Okay, now I'm going to show you guys how to pull a dent with the puller. Basically, instead of going to the most concentrated area where the dent was actually created from, you're going to want to work your way from the outside in a few gradual pulls, working your way inward until you get to the center. That way you don't overstretch the metal. If you went straight to here and just pulled, you just pull a volcano basically and overstretch it the opposite direction. So it should be a lot better than the door the other day. Using the fulcrum point, find a point where you're not just going to cause a dent in your panel. Using finesse, it's some very light pulls. Now I'm going to work inward. Okay. And it could take a couple times before you get the entire dent out. But what I do is I'll basically take a DA and erase this, re-guide code it, file it, and I'll be able to see how much of the dent I removed. So. And as you can see, it's pretty easy to actually over pull. These are slightly high. That would come back in with the hammer and knock these down. Actually, I'm going to file it first. Back into the backside. Tune that up. File it again. And I can see I've still got an area here that I need to deal with. There was some paint in there so that it didn't want to stick real well, so I'm going to sand that out. More pressure because that's kind of concentrated area. Same thing. Actually, I need to guide code it. Okay, you can see I pulled the dent out. I have a slight amount of a high here, which I'll just come back in, supporting the backside. Now you hear that pinging sound, that's called hammer on dolly. That's where you're actually squishing the metal between the two. Now you can overstretch metal by doing that. what you can do is you move the dolly past the high point and put it around over here so that you're supporting the panel. Gradually knock these down. Then I'll come to this side. Do the same thing. Now I'm down here. And we'll erase that and re-guide code it. As you can see, this isn't rocket science here. I mean, it's just trial and error, patience. I'm getting down to where Dent is real shallow. I got a couple little highs to deal with. I can come back in, turn the machine back up, and shrink a couple of those highs. Hammer on dolly, direct it. Come back and cool it. As you get over obsessed with this and chase every little bit of this out of here, there's no real reason to do that. Once you get this down to a point where it's basically planing out, you're going to have a subtle amount of difference in height that is more than worthy of a, you take a grinder, do a light grind to it, and do your filler over it. So that's about it, guys.